Hello, guys. It's Chris, and in today's episode of Sample Market Producer Tips and Tricks, I would like to give a look at what is the Spectral Resonator, which is an audio effects that we can find obviously in Ableton. What is a resonator? So basically, a resonator is generating resonances of specific frequencies that will allow us to make any kind of sound tonal and in the tonality of the specific frequency that we are going to enhance. So for example, if I have let's choose something that is not that tonal, let's say a kick drum, which usually can have a tonality, of course, but let's use it for demonstration purposes here. So if I upload a spectral resonator, and also I'm gonna add a spectrum so you can see what it does. So if I mute this, the kick drum has a peak at 45 Hz, which is F sharp. And what I can do is I can choose the frequency that I want. And basically the spectral resonator will generate the sound to that specific tonality. So if I press play, you see now the sound is in C2 as per chosen here. So for example, if I bring this down to F sharp 1, you see now the sound is in F sharp 1. I want to use the Spectral Resonator to generate some kind of synth lead, synth effects that I can add to my track. This is something that I've been doing very often, and a couple of friends asked me how I did it, so I thought it would be a nice idea to show it here. So as a starting point, we have this loop, which is coming from the previous tutorial about how to make breakbeats. So let's say I want to add some kind of gated synth in order to have a more interesting kind of synth section. What I can do that comes to my mind, going to my artist library, which has been released with Sample Market, I've generated some scratch effects that I can run through the Spectral Resonator. I want to find something that has a bit of voice in it. Maybe this one could be nice. Okay, so what I can do is I can add a Spectral Resonator to this. The track is in F, right? Okay. So I'm going to put this to F1, add a bit of decay, and choose the chorus. So I'm going to resample the result. Sorry, that was my voice. I'm going to resample the result. So what if I work also with the warp function here? Let's experiment a bit and record the results. Let's even try to bring this down. What if I work with the textures? feels nice. I kind of like this one. Let's crop the part that I like the most. Let's say this one, and let's crop this section. So I open a simpler into a new MIDI channel, and I'm going to import these effects. What I can do is I can use the slice function, which allows me to use it kind of as an NPC, or at least as a, that's how I like to see it. So if I just finding the notes now, so maybe let's play with the warp here as well. If I invert this, maybe let's use this as gate. Let's say I want it here, and I wanted this kind of rising scene effects, but also I want it kind of gated to give that kind of trancy feeling. So what I can do is use the autobahn, as we did in the previous video, because as said, the autobahn initially been used to work with the stereo field, but if I kill the phase and bring it to 0, this becomes a gate, basically. So let's see how this is sounding now. And obviously I can select other sections of the sample. Let's see how this is sounding now. I will usually add a bit of delay, as I think it works really nicely on this. I've added a go mid, which is a feedback preset with a lot of feedback, and that enhances the mid-high part of the sample. And yeah, so now also you can play basically with the filters, with the filter section. You can play with the pitch. Really depends on you. You can also play with the pan. Let's try to get a bit creative with this, and let me think what we can do. Maybe usually an auto filter will work nicely here. We can have a band pass, but also why not a notch? And let me think. Maybe a morph one as well, but we need to apply modulations to this one. Let's map to the morph. And let's use another LFO to modulate the frequency. Let's reduce the depth a bit, obviously, and bring it a bit more up. Cool. So let's use the chain in order to create different instances to select the specific region. Let's use the expression control as well. since we are using a MIDI device and some nodes are triggered. And let's see the result. You know what we can also do? We can decide to have a different kind of gating effect that can work here. So let's use in 1 in 8th, 1 in 6th, 1 in 3/4, 1/3. And also I'm gonna have this one in reverse and another one in 3/4, why not? So what I'm gonna do now is just to create this. This could be good on the fly, but also I can just record the result in audio and then just use it as one-shot samples, the ones that I like the most as the result generated, you know? So let's see how they're sounding now. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result, guys. I think that this was a really interesting one, and I'm definitely gonna keep using it in my tracks. I hope you found this tutorial interesting and that you can find some valuable information in this. And yeah, let's see each other into the next one. Cheers, guys.